What if you already have more abundance in your life than you realize? Not just money and material things, but moments, lessons, and challenges that have shaped you. I am going to share with you how to unlock the abundance and gratitude that's already flowing within your life, and you just simply might not be aware of it. Welcome to week 8 of the 90-day challenge to reclaim the authentic you. For those of you that have not watched any of the previous 7 videos in the series, this is where I will share 7 micro tasks and activities, questions to help you do some self-coaching, and you delve deep and you figure out how can you apply these questions, these activities in your day-to-day life in order for you to gain a new perspective and create some proof and evidence that you are showing up for yourself, you're prioritizing yourself, you're getting to know yourself. And in so doing, getting in touch with who the real authentic you is in order for you to live your best life. So let's start with day 1. It's all about noticing the everyday miracles. Every single day, 24/7, we actually breathe. And that happens automatically. We don't choose, we don't have to do anything, it happens. That breath enables us to then function and take further actions and experience the beauty of life. But then there's other day-to-day miracles. For you, it might be noticing that first sip of your preferred beverage in the morning, being able to inhale the aroma of that. For others, it might be taking a walk in nature and seeing the beauty of the sunlight, of clear blue skies, feeling the wind brushing against your skin, or maybe the droplets of rain falling on your clothing and on your head, whatever it may be. So, what I'm asking you to do as part of this kind of micro task is today, on day 1, pause 3 times throughout the day. Maybe put a timer on your phone or whatever your device or on your smartwatch and stop, pause, and notice a little miracle. Notice your breath. Notice what you're actually doing and acknowledge that that in itself is a micro miracle happening and you're getting to witness it. That slowing down and reflecting starts getting you in touch with we are just a little speck of dust on this planet and we're navigating through this life experience, and it's time for us to, rather than go at 100 miles per hour, to just slow down and notice the everyday miracles that surround us. On day 2, it's about reframing challenges or tough issues that you've had to face and circumstances in your life as gifts, as presents. At the time when you're going through a challenging experience, you probably are feeling really resentful, angry, blaming, and potentially lots of other emotions might be surfacing. But in reality, when you step back and you look in hindsight on that life experience, in the majority of cases, you will notice the lesson, the gift, the opportunity for you to grow and expand. And that is something that I've actually done fairly regularly throughout my life, where I've seen the challenges that career opportunities sort of offered for me to get to understand myself more, why I was behaving the way that I did. So even though I burnt out twice in my career, the first one I never really picked up on the lessons, but the second one taught me so much. And it enabled me to really reevaluate my life in the direction that I was actually going and what was bringing me joy and contentment. So now that second burnout was actually one of my greatest gifts that life presented me with, an opportunity to step back, reevaluate, and make different choices. Likewise, my divorce at the time, it was pretty traumatic and it brought up a lot of emotions that I was sort of ignoring, and it enabled me now to look back and I'm thinking my life would not be moving in the direction that it is if I had stayed in that marriage. So see whatever challenge you have faced in life and see it as a gift. Reframe it. What was the lesson that you learned from it? What was the strength that you built? What insight did you gain? On day 3, it's about celebrating other people's wins. Now, when we've got a scarcity mindset, this is where if I win, someone else will lose. Then we sort of like compare, contrast. We probably feel envious and jealous of other people's successes. But if we step back and view things as they truly are, everything is abundant around us, and everything is happening for our evolvement, for our learning, our betterment, our improvement in life. And that is by us being able to acknowledge that other people succeeding, other people winning, is a clear indication that if we chose to do something similar to what they've done, we could also win and succeed. So they're leading the path and they're leaving clues that we can actually tap into. So us cheering them on and them winning, it's not detracting from what is possible for us. If, however, we do the kind of comparison, we do the kind of stay in that mindset of, oh, there's only so much success in the world, and if they are winning, that means the rest of us are going to lose, then you're staying in that negative spiral, in that scarcity mindset, where we get to choose what we think, we get to choose what we experience in life. And if we choose wiser and if we come from a place of there is abundance, everyone gets to win, provided everyone takes the necessary steps and actions in order for the success to materialize. Us cheering other people on show us that yes, success is available for us too. Day 4, it's about finding the magic in the mundane. Yes, on a day-to-day basis, there will be certain activities, certain chores, certain things that you have to do in order for you to get through the day. So for me, one of those kind of mundane activities is cooking. I love cooking and preparing food for a large group of people. But when it's about creating food for me, I actually find it boring and I'm not really inclined to find joy in the experience. And instead, I am sort of reframing it in my head that I am making it a magic moment. I get the opportunity to cook and prepare something that's going to nourish my body. It's going to give me the energy and the vitality for me to complete and partake in all the activities that I'm planning to have in the day. So, by focusing on the magic and turning boring or mundane activities, then you start noticing a little bit more of the gratitude. You get to experience things from another kind of perspective. And some of it might be taking a walk, and where you would have taken that walk on a daily basis, it's about noticing something different. Can you smell the freshness in the air or fresh grass? Can you hear the sound of the birds singing? Can you notice something that you were not previously aware of? Day 5, it's about acknowledging the unexpected growth that's happened. So for those of you that have followed this series, this is week 8. So there's been lots of micro tasks and activities that I've given you instructions if you wish to sort of partake and take part in. Now, 8 weeks down the line, you have become a different version of you. You have either shown up and given consistent action, you are starting to see some results, some changes in the way that you're thinking, the way that you're showing up for yourself, the way that you're talking to yourself, and maybe even prioritizing yourself. So notice what has shifted, how has it changed, how are you different today on week 8 as you were back 8 weeks ago. If you didn't take part in the quest in this challenge up until now, this is the first video that you're watching, maybe sort of think back. What has changed? What is different from how you were a month ago? What are you doing differently? How are you showing up? Are you noticing anything? If you haven't and you're not able to look back, maybe start taking note from now and then look back in a week's down the line to sort of see how things have shifted and changed for you. Day 6, it's about honouring rest and becoming more aware of the abundance around us. Abundance, people tend to not necessarily, but in some instances associate it with material possessions, with money. But in actual fact, it's about noticing that we are surrounded by beauty, we are surrounded by magic, by miracles, and coming from that place of gratitude, appreciation, pausing and taking the time to notice these things rather than being on autopilot and being oblivious to what's happening around us. How does that feel? How does it feel for you to just slow down, to be in with your thoughts, with your feelings, self-reflecting, prioritizing, doing the mundane things, but noticing the magic in them? And on day 7, it's about declaring the abundance you're ready for. In order for you to receive more abundance in your life, you need to come from a place of gratitude, appreciation, where you are acknowledging that these things exist and these things are available to you. Now, if you are stuck in that negative scarcity mindset, then you are not a vibrational match to the abundance that's around you. So think back to a time where you were in a very negative kind of mind frame, where everything you felt was happening to you. You were having to deal with challenging situations and you were feeling stressed and anxious. In that negative kind of loop, you're not feeling a sense of joy and gratitude and appreciation for things in life, such as your breathing, that you are surviving each day, that you are able to take care of your basic needs, whether that is sleeping, eating, hydrating, moving your body. But these things are happening around you. Because your mindset is focused on the negative aspects, you're not noticing the appreciation and that these things are happening around you. So by switching your awareness to become aware of the magic, of the miracles, of everything that is available to you, that enables you to focus on what you want to come in, because when you're an energetic match to that vibration, then more abundance can flow into your life. You get to experience more beauty. I'm not saying that life will not present you with challenging situations, but if you're coming from a place of gratitude and abundance, then you see it for the lesson, for the moment to appreciate and acknowledge that you are learning, you are growing, you're experiencing something that may feel uncomfortable in the moment simply because it's unfamiliar. We're not used to it. And seeing it from this other perspective enables you to then accept more of that flow of abundance into your life. Now, the way that I do it is I write it and by journaling, or I say it out loud, or I'm doing these videos, and this is a reminder to myself that by raising my vibration, by making myself more aware of everything that's happening around me, then I'm allowing more of that to flow into my life. So tell me in the comments below if one of these 7 micro tasks resonates with you. If you've done any of these 7 micro tasks, what was the win? What was the observation? What was the lesson that you learned? If you've done the previous 7 weeks, I celebrate you. You're way past the midpoint. And now we get to keep building upon the foundations that we already have. And if you want to gain a little bit more inspiration, a little bit more insight, you can gain my free PDF resource by, in the description below, there's my email address that you can send me an email and I will send you the posts that I produce on a weekly basis that I've been posting on LinkedIn, so you can gain that. If this is content that has resonated and you have not already subscribed, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Maybe even share it with people that would benefit from gaining this online coaching, this accountability, this sort of opportunity for you to slow down and tap in to your inner resources, because none of us are broken, none of us need fixing, but we need to stop doing what we've been doing in order for us to get different results. So slowing down, becoming aware, doing some deep inner work, whether you choose to do one or all 7 of the micro tasks, whether you choose to watch any of the previous video content that I'll link into the end of this video, that is your choice. You get to choose. But in order for you to get different results, you need to change something. So by doing this challenge, I am hoping that you're starting to see that for 8 weeks you've shown up, you've taken action, you've watched this video, you've done some of the micro tasks. You should be starting to see some of the changes in how you're showing up, how you're behaving, how you're thinking. So I'm going to bring it to an end. Thank you for watching, and go out and seize the day. And remember, there's always choices in life, so choose wisely. Until the next one, bye.